speak up. Speak up. Um, I mean, I really wish I had a lot of, deep golden nuggets to relay on how to talk to cold market people. But I think it really is just being observant, because we all have so many things in common with all kinds of different people that we wouldn't expect, but you got to look for it, right? Like I said, I mean, it might just saying excuse me to somebody who just sneezed, or bless you, sorry, excuse me, bless you to somebody who just sneezed is such a great way to start a conversation. Lindsay mentioned about the soldier thing. So it's yes, I have a deep curiosity about people, but I also have a deep respect. I give people respect until they give me a reason not to respect them. I see a soldier, I'm walking up every time and saying thank you. And I could do better at starting a conversation from that, but just watch your surroundings and don't be afraid. Like I said, if you're going in with sincerity, there's no reason why you should be afraid to say hi to somebody. Every friend you've had was a stranger at one point. We didn't all start out on this call knowing each other. I worked with Kaylee. Kaylee introduced me to Lindsay. Lindsay introduced me to pretty much everybody else after that. We've all been a stranger at one point, right? Just don't be scared. Go in with sincerity. Have respect. Be observant, and then just go from there. Everybody wants to talk to somebody. So be somebody somebody wants to talk to.
I have a question.
Yo.
Sorry, I was a little late, but I'm here, and yes, I am okay. Give everybody a heart attack. That's good. That's how you guys should all be. Like, if you are 5 minutes late, somebody thinks that something has happened, that's how present you are on this call, right? That's a good thing. But Rick, what I totally resonate with everything you're saying, and yes, I totally compliment you, which is why I wanted you to train on this particular thing. And maybe I missed it because I was late. But okay, so you go up and you tell the soldier, thank you so much, or you say, God bless you. How do you then turn it into a Juice Plus conversation?
One of the coaching calls I had with Jeff was about this. You can try your best to steer it, but you also don't want to force it, right? You want it to be a natural progression into Juice Plus. For instance, since that's a lot of what we all do on this call, ask them what they do. Ask them about their work. Inquire into it. Go as deep as you can with their work. The natural progression just of the conversation is going to be next. What do you do? Oh, okay, well, I'm a health food agent, or, I work with a nutrition, whatever your go-to line is. We all have our things, but from there.
What's your go-to line?
My go-to line?
Mm-hmm.
I say I'm a health food agent for a nutrition thing. I'm off my game. I say a better word than thing. But I'm a health food agent. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, well, let me tell you. Watch this video real quick. No, I'm just kidding. Also, a lot of the conversations I've been having lately, especially, is from my video about gastroparesis. So they're kind of already going in knowing what I do. So it's not really explaining so much the business that it is just the product that I took. But
so share with us what you did for that video. Because that is something that I think only you have done, to my knowledge, right, Kaylee? I don't know that anybody else has marketed that route. So share with us a little bit about what did you do? What video you're talking about? Not everybody has seen your video, I don't think.
So I can share it on the chat when we're all said and done. So I'll just tell everyone a little bit about my story. I'm sorry if you've heard this. Kaylee's probably heard it a million times, but I worked with Kaylee. Kaylee had her product out on her desk, the gummies, and that's such a good tool because the gummies are really good. And so just having them out in anyway. I started eating a few, and I asked Kaylee what it was. She kind of told me. And around the same time, this was March in 2015. Around the same time, at Lindsay's gym, they were going to have Jeff Olson was going to do his sports filling in the gap, speech with Tony. And we went to that. We got the product. I didn't take it seriously. And in September, I've had stomach problems and health issues my whole life. In September, it got really, really, really bad. I was diagnosed with this chronic illness called gastroparesis. So basically, my digestive system is paralyzed. Food doesn't digest. And I was going to the hospital about 4 times a month. I was out of work for 3 or 4 months. I was on 12 different medications. And I was just in the bathroom 24/7. Kaylee had called me one day. I had just gotten out of the hospital for pneumonia, and Kaylee had called me because she's wondering why her friend wasn't at work. And I kind of break down, tell her what's going on. She's like, "Well, have you tried Juice Plus?" And I get pissed, right? I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, all the doctors aren't doing a thing, and you're gonna recommend that?" And very calmly, she's like, "What have you got to lose?" And I was like, "Okay, good point." So I ordered it back, and I said if I'm gonna do it this time, I'm gonna take it seriously. Took it seriously. In a month and a half, my symptoms were gone. I started eliminating my prescriptions, and basically around this last conference, that was the year mark of when I stopped my last medication. And I was on all kinds of medications, not just for the gastroparesis, but anxiety, depression, just all kinds of stuff. And so what Kaylee didn't realize was the night that I was in the hospital with pneumonia. I don't know what you believe, but I had a very sincere prayer with God, basically saying, I'm not going to live like this. It's not fair to Allison, who at that time we were just in our year mark of marriage, and I need help, or I'm done. And so Kaylee was in my opinion, Kaylee was a very sincere answer to my prayer, and in my opinion, everyone up from Kaylee, because it's the people that did and do what they do that arranged to Lindsay, that went to Kaylee, that went to me. So with that being said, with gastroparesis, it's basically just symptom management. I don't think it gets the airtime that it deserves. No one even really talks about it. Talking to the doctor, she was just like, you can't really eat anything anymore. Fruits and vegetables are no, because the skins and the raw, and just everything with them is just too hard to digest, which is so backwards to what they should be doing,
So Rick, I'm just going to interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
So what Rick did is he took his story and he put it on YouTube, right? And from YouTube, you then started getting all of these hits. You listed your email. And so what he did is he really summed up everything that he just told us. And it's very heartfelt. And he filmed it in a pretty setting. I believe it was at Clement Park. And just made it so that it was something that was short and sweet and to the point. And he said that, gosh, nobody talks about this enough. If you are struggling with this, I would like to help you, right? And then left his email. And so you're getting emails now. That's not something even I have branched out and done. So if you guys are looking for other ways to kind of market yourself, to reach out to more people, I think that that's such a creative way of reaching a totally different demographic that's not on Facebook, not on, I mean, they might be, but there's so many people using YouTube on a daily basis. It's insane. So you've gotten quite a few hits on that. How many times have your video been played?
Well, not just because people search YouTube for questions and answers. I mean, my dad uses it all the time for a mechanical reason. So people, I mean, it's a video Google. I mean, that's kind of what it's become. I don't know, but I'll check. If I click off the screen, will it close the call?
No, it shouldn't. Why don't you see how many hits it's gotten? I would like to share something while you're doing that, but I mean, does anybody have any questions for Rick and how he maybe made the YouTube video? Jenny,
I have a question, not about the YouTube video, but when you're approaching customers, like Kaylee, for instance, always says, try to find their need and try to fulfill their need. Well, when you're talking to a stranger,
I know.
You know, how do you find what their need is without getting too personal because they're a stranger? You know what I mean? So, I mean.
So I'll answer that while Rick's looking up. The biggest thing is you're not going to make a Juice Plus sale like that instantly most of the time. 99% of the time, it's not going to happen. But you're going to create a relationship and create intrigue with them so that they may be open to talking with you down the line about it. So finding their need of, oh, you're at the grocery store and you see their, it's full of junk foods and their kids are running around crazy and, I don't know what you would say, but maybe, I'm grateful that I can have this. Maybe there's a talk tomorrow night. I don't know if you'd be interested. Your kiddos can get some gummies for free and, do something like that. But I think it is finding their need, but also knowing it's going to take multiple times, multiple exposures. The goal, if you're talking to a stranger, you want to get their Facebook, you want to get their phone number. You want a way to contact them so you can continue the dialogue at a later date.
Okay.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And the example that I always give, I mean, every single human being on this call goes to the grocery store, right? Like, is there anybody that doesn't go to the store on this call? I mean, maybe Sonia, because she raises everything and, she doesn't ever need to buy anything. So maybe Sonia doesn't go to the store, but she got a prospect the other day at Vitamin Cottage, I thought she told me.
I still go to the store, but it's usually Sprouts. Yeah, Sprouts the big one right now because they need vegetables.
Yeah, fair enough. Until she gets a tower garden, then there will be no need for the store. But my favorite one is when the checker asks, did you find everything okay? And I always poke fun at myself a little bit. I go, yeah, I found way too much. I try to keep it healthy because I'm doing the Shred 10, and I don't know how good I did, and usually what they do is they compliment me after that. They go, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Look at all this produce you purchased. Make sense? So we're starting the conversation, and I go, oh my gosh, well, that's so great that do you find yourself a healthy-minded person? Are you into health and, do you like produce and stuff like that? They usually say yes. And then that leaves open for an invitation to, well, I'm a health food agent is what Rick says. I'm a health food agent. And, my business is actually helping people recognize what health looks like in their life. And we have a talk going on the other night or, I want to help people recognize this in their lives. And I would love to chat with you further. I know right now is not the place, but do you have Facebook? And I hand them my phone. And they usually go, well, yeah. Who doesn't have Facebook? Probably the younger crowd that think that Facebook is for us oldies. And we're not even that old. Geesh. But anyway, any questions on that? You're just starting a conversation to ask questions. right? Like Rick, you could walk up to a military guy and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your service. I really try to be in service to others as far as nutrition goes. I would absolutely love to connect because I really think that this is a product that the military strongly needs. And I'd love to connect with you. Do you have Facebook? Hand them your phone. Right, Rick?
Yes, sorry. So 1.3K views.
Holy guacamole. So maybe the next training you need to teach us how to make our own YouTube video.
Hey, Kaylee filmed it.
Yeah, well, Kaylee can be the filmer and you can be the uploader.
Can I say something in regards to what Jenny asked?
Of course.
So people care what you know when they know that they care as well. I don't know if you were there for it, but when we did the 20 and 30 video at Lindsay Hell's house, we did an exercise where we were telling everybody our story, and the product was, or the conversation consisted of 3 categories. I don't remember all the 3 categories. What it did for us.
To make our story, is that what you're going after?
Yeah. And it was like the problem that we had or the issues that we were having. Do you recall? Do you remember the 3 things?
Yeah, it's how did you hear about your product? Let's see, how did you hear about your product? Why did it make sense to you? And since taking your product, what has it done for you? So you guys should all be familiar with that if you have done your first coaching call.
When there was a part though where it asked like the problems, like sharing the pain in your heart, and he asked the crowd what was the most successful part of the conversation, and it's when people were sharing whatever issue that they were having, the problem, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you share the problem or when you share the pain in your heart, people connect with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because your pain understands their pain. You have this great business, you're driving this huge car, that's great. But if you share your pain, people will share their pain. And from that, you can craft the conversation as to what can help them and where Juice Plus can meet their needs. Does that make sense? I wish I remembered what the 3 things were better. I'm sounding stupid, but
oh no, it's definitely, pain is a way to connect with other human beings. Every single human being has experienced pain in some way, shape, or form. So when you share your heart with somebody, they're open to receiving the information a little bit better.
That's a better way. When you share your heart, I like that. That sounds a little more positive than pain and suffering.
But we all have it. It's called being alive, right? So it's so true. So you're seeing what their heart is about so that you can connect with them in a deeper level.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, any other questions for Rick? None. Okay. So I have one thing while I have you all here. Kaylee helped me quite a bit with this today, but I worked pretty much the entire day on this project. And so I want to show you guys what I've put together, and with Kaylee's help and input. What we did is we made a new pitch book, and we combined the Shred 10 book that Corporate made along with Mitra's T30 book that she originally made. So if you're a representative on this team and you're in Colorado, and even if you're not, you probably have the pitch book. And so I'm just going to scroll through the pages And what I'm looking for is any input you guys might have in the page order, maybe something that we're going to add or take away. As it stands currently, it's about 30 pages, which I think is really long, but I can't think of anything to take out. And in fact, I have one thing I want to add in. And Jenny, I had messaged your mom and sister to share their thyroid issues. Do you have a thyroid issue as well? Okay, I didn't think so. But I thought it was important to share their thyroid stories in the pitch book, because so many people, I mean, raise your hand if you have come across somebody with a thyroid issue that wants to take Juice Plus. I mean, already. So I didn't realize that both of them are completely off their medication. Did I read it right, Jenny? So I asked them for a testimonial, and I want to add them in, but it's 30 pages. So are you guys open to taking a look at what we've put together and giving me some suggestions quick?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just so you know, Debbie does not have thyroid issues.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pam, I'm getting the sisters mixed up. My bad. Oh, you guys are all the same family. I bet that's happened your whole life, huh?
No, you said Pam and her sister, I guess, but never mind. It's okay. I just wanted you to know I did not.
Oh, yeah. Jenny's sister. I was unclear. I apologize.
Oh, Jenny does. I mean, Christina does too. I didn't know that.
Christina, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Never mind.
Oh, no, you're good. Oh, see, I'm on Sonia's page. Look at that. If anybody wanted to see Sonia this evening.
That's my cute husband and my cute son.
Yeah.
What were you doing on my page?
Looking at goats or something. I don't know.
I got a lot of cute ones.
That's right. Does anybody know how to make this full screen?
Might be under view.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. I'm not very familiar with Publisher.
You could also possibly zoom in.
Kaylee, where are you at? Nope.
You might be able to hit the 100% button.
This here?
No, oh, that works too. Try that. But I don't know.
I just feel like that.
Yeah. It's all right. Just do that.
Okay. You guys can see it okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I was trying to figure out what to put on this page, and I got some feedback in the chat. I know some people had ordered the corporate one, which had this picture on it. So I didn't want everybody to get confused if they had ordered those. So although I like that, I kind of like these motivational ones better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I emailed you my comments, so I won't say my comments.
I didn't have a chance to look at it yet. Feel free to share, see if everyone agrees.
This picture will not print well. It's too blurry, so we need to get the higher resolution photo.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And everybody was, it seemed like liking the balloon one.
Yeah, that
like
one
take the leap of
I
faith.
like that one.
No.
Yeah, I liked that one, and then I posted one as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
I can't remember what.
Okay, so keep giving me your votes. This was the other one. This is what I started out with, was this one, which I like, but at the same point, it's not super catchy. Do you guys like this one over any of the pictures?
No, particularly.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, perfect. Okay, again, order I'm struggling with just a little bit, but I did the ingredient list next, just so that we can describe what Juice Plus actually is before hopping into the shred. So I'm up to changing these. It's really easy. After we tell them what it is, Juice Plus and a trio of capsules, that's what they need to say yes to. This page I didn't know whether to add in or not, because I do have a guideline page later down also. But I thought that it was potentially important to show that there was a shred guide, and I like the way that this is laid out and organized.
Mm-hmm.
And then after discussing what they're going to add and eliminate, go into why it's going to help them achieve their goals. So I did that one next. I liked this one. This was in the new Shred book. It's just a little bit more catchy than the one that we have in the old one. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Juice Plus shakes, they say what they are, but they don't go as in depth as Mitra did. So I wanted to explain the difference between the whey protein shakes and the complete. Do you guys use this slide quite frequently when talking to people?
Yeah, I like that one. Keep that one in.
So the difference between maybe what they are taking currently and what Juice Plus is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listed some of the common results. This is one that we could potentially get rid of, depending on if you guys like it or not. And then we go into pictures of results. The results and the pictures speak for themselves, obviously. So that is one that I was willing to pitch, but I do like it. And then we go into, we had these pictures. Here's all the skin pictures.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nail one. There's an athlete one. These are all the pictures that are in our book currently. There's, I use this one frequently. I don't know if you guys do. If you're talking to athletes or trainers or coaches or anybody who works out, this is such an important one to talk about.
Is that a picture of a page?
It is.
Okay. Can you get the actual picture, not a picture of the page?
If you have it, I will put it in.
Okay.
I gave up looking for it. So if you have it, send it my way and we will put it in. But I couldn't find it. I couldn't find our most updated book that we had printed, oddly enough. And you had the same one that I had too. So anyway, so these are the pictures, the 30 days, 60 days. Oh, 90 days and 120. We need to mix that up. So 90 days, 120.
Do we have any from our personal group of Team Mix that we could put in there instead of people that we don't know? Because I feel like with Rick's discussion about how, sorry, Isaac's saying hi, we are trying to relate to people. If we know the people on our team, wouldn't it make more sense to have Team Mix results in the page instead of like Ken's, like mine?
So here's the next page.
Okay.
Here's the page after. These are all people from the team. So we're getting there. But yes, I totally agree. So we can eliminate some of these, and I do agree with what you're saying, Linz. So on these ones, I was just trying to incorporate the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this one's me. You guys all know my story. This one we can take or leave. It doesn't make any difference to me. Same with this one. We can take it or leave it.
I like the one right before that shows like the progression for
this one on the screen or mine?
No, the one right before with the man. The other
I like that one.
This one or this one?
That one. Because I like that it says in 30 days, then 60 days, then 90 days. I think that's a powerful one.
And so you guys can better relate to his story. This is Dave Sanderson. He made it to National Marketing Director in 5 months. That's how powerful his story was. So that's something you can add as well. So anyway, just jot down your suggestions or feel free to voice them if you want to eliminate any of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like what was in our old book. And let me show you the new ones. So I wrote down, we have the guidelines of the shred. So again, do we need the one up above? I don't know. And then we have people from our page or from our team. So this is Ken, obviously. This one is my cousin. And just look at her tummy in this. I just thought that was so profound in 10 days. So these are all in 10 days right here. Okay. This is Jacey-Lynn Marie. She is on the team. And then Kaylee, isn't this your customer?
Yeah, that's my friend from elementary school.
And I didn't know if this comment went with her or not, but I liked the comment, so I'm not sure. So if she has a better testimony to put on it, this is all rough draft, guys, okay? Yeah. So I'm not sure whose testimony that was, but it looked like she could have lost 8 pounds and 2 inches around her midsection. Don't you think?
It's Aubrey's.
It is hers? Okay, good. So I wasn't just putting random things. And this was not just 10 days for Jacelyn Marie, but if you read the comment, it's very clear. And then we put the live it thing in there, right? And then that's where Lindsay's picture comes in, because she has been living and living and living and living this. So I think it's important to show the lifestyle of it. Mm-hmm. And then I put live it on her photos. And it shows that over the course of 2.5 years, look at her progress. It's unbelievable.
Do you want me to type something up to add to that? Because, I mean, it's from that first picture to the last picture, it's 70 pounds, and I'm down to 202. And
send that to me. Absolutely. How many inches, how many pounds, body fat, because we've been doing all that. Yeah, okay. Send it to me, and I'll put a comment on the side here. I love it. Okay. And I could even shrink the live it thing down and put it underneath as well.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you're transitioning from Shred 10 to the lifestyle and living the lifestyle, my picture might be better for that, because I have like all those progressions like Jenny was talking about earlier from when I first started my journey that you could use. But if you're trying to think of a lifestyle change and living the Juice Plus life, I can write something up for you.
Yeah, I can't think of a more perfect picture for that one. Can you guys?
Mm-mm.
No.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So we have the live it, and then we have Lindsay's picture. And then I went into the research. So again, open for order suggestions on this. This one I feel like is super random, but I didn't know where to put it. So Kids Eat for Free, I think it's important to show that.
Yeah.
And this is kind of weird. There we go. So obviously this is rough draft. The new order form. So turn your head sideways. Jenny, you'll love this. Can you guys see it?
Oh, that is awesome.
What's that? Anyway, there are bundle packages here for people to order. And then we had different asterisks. I was going to see if I had it just separate by itself. But anyway, the order form is so much easily read and understood here. So that's a bonus. And then just talking about we run into the business after that order form. So I changed all the verbiage here from the T120 to the Shred 10. This is a page that we need to redo still. So Kaylee and I have that on our to-do list for tomorrow. Tower Gardens. I don't know where it makes sense to put those. Before talking about the business with the children's health study.
Well, it could be part of the lifestyle change. I mean, you think about it this way, if you're eating healthier, you're going to want a garden.
Yeah.
So if you're transitioning from the Shred 10 to the lifestyle and living it, you could maybe add something about living the lifestyle. Guess what? Juice Plus also sells a tower garden where you can grow your own fruits and vegetables. I don't know where you'd put it.
I like that. That's an easy transition to talk. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Okay. Moving on up.
Hey, Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I think the research page where it shows all the different colleges and whatnot. Yeah, I think maybe that. It's just my opinion.
Needs to go up.
Should go before the results, because this is the research where it was done, and this is what it proves, basically.
So before the Shred 10 results or before the orange results?
Before the Juice Plus results, the orange. That's
so
just
maybe
my
right
opinion,
next to that athlete study. That would make sense.
Just because this is where the research was done. Now this is what it shows, right? Does that make sense?
Do you guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a better spot.
Okay. What do we decide on all 4 of these pages? Do we want all 4 of them?
I was going to suggest something. There are so many moms on this call and on this team, not only for the moms doing a shred 10, but you know how you have the impact of your kids. Like I know that you've posted videos of Tegan and Tinley drinking Juice Plus Complete, but like for Jenny and you and people that go out and you meet moms all the time, maybe if your market is moms, maybe we should have something about moms in there. And it's not necessarily, you know, postpartum, but just kids in general and the kids health study with it, but showing that kids can take it too would be something that maybe might bring in more of a different demographic that we haven't, you know, we've built our team on moms, but we don't necessarily have anything in the, you know, book about it.
So what do you guys think if I took a picture of Tenley, like with a capsule open in her food and a picture of her eating it or something?
I have a good picture of Addie loving on her gummies when she was 18 months old.
Awesome. So stuff like that, like testimonies from the moms.
That's a great idea. I love that.
I do also. Well, and you know, so Stacy, she's not on this call, I don't think, but she signed up a nurse because she was putting the capsules in her son's G-tube to feed him through his belly. And the nurse goes, gosh, if it's that pure to feed an essentially not 100% baby, then that's safe enough for me. You know, so it'd be interesting for Jenny and Stacy to do a testimony on that. And we could go all day with testimonies, but we could make a kid page. I love it.
I have a question following that now. So you can do Juice Plus through a feeding tube.
I've been doing it with my son. I was talking to Stacy about how she does it with hers, and she takes a capsule and puts a little bit of the powder into a container and then puts a little bit of water, mixes it up so there's no like chunks of the powder, and then put it into a syringe and then just inject it into the feeding tube that way. And I've been doing that for the past week and a half, and it's been doing really well.
Perfect. I love the suggestion. Let's add a page for kiddos. Perfect. And then we can put this one with that, and that would make way more sense instead of it just being the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay. And since we are 30 pages and we still have at least 2 pages we want to add, which ones would you like to take out? So I have this one down below, but I also have this one up above. Do we like both of them? Should we get rid of one?
Get
I
rid
like
of the second
this one better.
Yeah, me too. I like the second one better. This one seems just too commercialized.
Everybody agrees on keep the second?
Yeah, keep the second.
Well, I'm fine with keeping the second one, but I think you need to have it at the beginning.
I agree.
And then what about for some of the testimonies or testimonials where there's only one person on the page? What if you condensed that person and added 2 people for 1 page, just to kind of save space but still have the impact of having their results?
Okay. So with this, if we put this first, should we have the shred 10 people first, then put the orange pages? Because that's more of living it, because you're living it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is it say anywhere in Ken's that he's a firefighter? Because if you're trying to get to the male demographic, maybe mentioning that he's a firefighter with a high demand job and he even saw results or something like that, or Travis or anybody else at Firehouse who takes Juice Plus.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I think that's a good idea. See? That's why more heads are better than one. Or two. So should we show Lindsay's results first, or should we lead up to that?
I personally think that doing the shred 10, since that's what we're leading with, would make more sense. And then maybe you could style transition from the shred 10 to the T30 or the T120, whatever you're going to do, and then put my picture in there would make most sense if you're transitioning off the shred 10. Because I mean, I've done 3 shred 10s, but I've done transform 30 and 120 for 2 years.
Right. I just don't think we're allowed to call it that anymore. So
Okay.
This is just the shred 10 lifestyle.
Okay.
More so. So this is 30 days of the shred 10 lifestyle. This is 60 days. This is 90 days. This is 120. This is life. Does that make more sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know we were going to eliminate pages, but what about adding a page that kind of talks about the prices, like for a cup of Starbucks coffee, you know, which is X amount, Juice Plus is X amount.
I tend to say no because, one, the price of coffee constantly changes, and two, we don't know actually how accurate that post actually is. And so it's something you can bring up, especially if you're in a coffee shop. You can show them your receipt even. Hey, I just spent $6 on a latte, and I just could have got a whole day of Juice Plus.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think with the order form in there, you could talk about the pricing. It's $6.50 a day, and it's $3 a meal, and I think it's a real easy thing to discuss.
Okay.
But
Yeah, there was one. There was a page in our other book. Oh, here, I have it right here. That I did end up leaving out that talks about price not in relation to coffee. But there were these 2 pages. Hold on, if I stop. This one. And they do have one that goes for the shred. Do you guys like that one? Do you use that one?
Yeah, I do like that one. I find that one to be really helpful, especially when you have somebody that's kind of iffy.
What about the rest of you guys?
I like the breakdown per day because then they see the monthly cost and they freak out. But when you see the per day, and then you could bring in the conversation that you and Kaylee and have said forever about, can you go through a drive-through and get all this nutrition for less than $7 a day? Or for Jenny's comment, can you go to Starbucks and get 30 different kinds of fruits and vegetables in your coffee cup for $7 a day? You can't. So.
And they have this one as well. So there were 2 pages in our old book that I didn't include. But again, we're just getting lengthy.
I feel like results speak for themselves. And if you have a good story with the results with pictures that are brief and to the point, that if you can reach more of an audience, from the moms to the firefighters to the lifestyle to the shred 10 results, you're going to get people based on results in the pictures and the brief summaries of their results, how they feel, versus graphs and things that people have to read.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen one more time with you guys. If I can figure out how to do it again. Okay. So this is what they included in the corporate one. Do we want that in there?
I think it explains things nicely.
Oops. I don't know what I just
Oh, there we are.
Sorry.
I think though the basic doesn't make any sense because that's not the Shred 10.
I agree.
That's just ordering shakes.
Well, and neither the premium isn't the Shred 10 either.
Yeah.
It's what, 1 month of complete and
So how I would do this if I were to incorporate it, I would say Shred 10 package, $194 a month, $650 a day, right? So I'd put that where the basic package is. Then I would say, I don't know what I would call it. I would say the Shred 10 lifestyle, maybe 1 shake a day. I don't know. I think the majority of people do 2 shakes a day on my team. So I have a hard time listing any of these other options. But if I did, I would do the Shred 10 package first. I would do the premium package second, and make it the lifestyle. That's what I would mention. That's it, those 2.
On the order form, it talks about the Shred 10 package and the price of $194.25 a month. So when you get to the order form, you can just talk about the Shred package being that, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Or is it necessary to have a page that lays it out before you get to the order form? Like, what do you guys usually do?
Yeah, I would just talk about it personally on the order form. That's what I do.
Hey, Lindsay.
Yeah.
This is just for me. Again, I'm weird, so take it for what it's worth. But I think that kind of makes it a little confusing since I always just do the T120.
Yep.
I don't really talk in forms of base or whatever. I say if you want, you can just order the capsules or just order the shakes. But the best way to take this product to see the best results is the T120. And so I just do that.
Yep, I agree. All right. Any other thoughts?
You said the front page is going to be that quote?
Sorry, my photo. The front page, I'm still taking votes for.
The other option. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I like that other one that was posted, that it comes down to one simple thing, the one that Jenny posted.
Yeah.
That was a great picture, too.
I like that as well.
My thought is, if you can't get all of the results and the people's pictures, if you get everybody's permission, you could also do the people's results and have a quote in the middle and have people's before and after results from just the Shred 10 on the main page with an inspirational quote, but they have, an idea of what they're opening up to begin with.
You lost me on that one, Lind.
Well, so what I'm saying is, like, the front page, you're trying to grab their attention and you're trying to get them to be willing to sit down and chat with you.
Right.
And if you had an inspirational quote of one simple change, and are you worth 10 days of making a change for yourself or something like that, and you had a quote in the middle and then had maybe some smaller pictures of other people's results that we don't focus on completely in there, but we have on that front page that maybe it might intrigue people, whether it's weight loss.
Are you saying that you would like to develop the front page of our pitch book for us?
I don't have Photoshop or any of those things, but I'm willing.
You have it. I will put it in here, lady. I mean, I literally worked on this from 8 a.m. until 3:30 this afternoon. So
I'm
as perfect as you want. Send me what you have, and I will put it in.
Well, you're the one with all the pictures, so I'm willing to do it if you can send me
I get pictures from online, my friend.
Okay. Or even people from our team, if people have done it on our team, like picture.
My only hesitation to put photos on the top of it is if I bring it in and someone, like, I can put it like face down, but if I pop it up, people are going to see photos and automatically think it's a weight loss program. I like to have a quote. I like to have the Shred 10, something that is simple, basic, and like, I like the idea of it. I just, when you said it, I kind of was like, oh, but I don't want it to be like a weight loss because it's so much more.
Yeah. That's true.
And so, and we have the pictures in it. So yeah.
I agree with Kaylee on this, because I agree with you. I see the point of having the pictures and seeing the results grabbing attention, because ultimately that's what you're going to do. But you're sitting down with the person anyway to go through the book, so naturally you're going to walk through it. I think it just works having it be very simple on top, something that's just nice to look at, basically, I guess, for just cosmetic aesthetic purposes. I don't know.
I have, okay, in a different way. Lindsay always brings up when we did the workout classes and everything like that, and you have people raise their hands of how many people you know with diabetes, how many people you know with all of these things. What if we put the Shred 10 with a quote, and then maybe, question marks with diabetes, question mark, cancer, question mark, and lead with that more so? I don't know. Thoughts, Kaylee and Rick and Lindsay and everybody
Lots of
else?
brainstorming going on. I love it. That's why I brought it up in this call. But I do also want to be respectful of everybody's time, since we are on an hour right now. So yes, keep messaging me with all of these brainstorming ideas, and we'll come to a conclusion. My goal is to get this ordered at least by the end of the week. So if you guys want, I think I emailed the guy today. I think they were around $10 a piece last go around. So if you are wanting me to order you some along with the order, I will make the deadline Friday. Again, just PayPal me. If you want 5, send $50. If you want 10, send $100. And I'll include you in the order. Sound like a plan? So this is the order form. Here are the pricing. It does have the basic, the premium, and the shred package on there. So also in your guys' suggestions, let me know if we want to eliminate one or the other of those from the order form, or just keep it the same way. I think if it says the pricing right here, that we probably don't need another page. I'm kind of with Jenny on that. Or who said that? I thought it was Jenny, maybe Kaylee. Anyway, we can talk about it right when it's here. I did add the asterisks to this to make it so that if they wanted to order the chewables right along with it, then they could. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Keep the suggestions coming in, and I'll be ordering these Friday. They'll come to my house, and then if you live elsewhere, what I will do is probably just send you this guy's email to order yours, and then it'll come straight to your house. But I don't believe that it would affect the cost much anyway. So anyway, that's something we can look into, but let me know what everything looks like. And Rick, thank you so much for leading this call tonight. It was super, super helpful to hear a man's perspective and how you do it, because when we come up and talk to a guy, we're going to need to know how you all think.
Sounds
I don't think